What is going on, you guys? We have the Star Wars Legion Priority Supplies Battlefield Expansion in hand, and we're going to unbox this and take a look at it today. And finally, this is a day late. There was a problem with Alliance distributors here in Orlando. Like, nobody had it on launch day. So, yes, I hope that's a problem that becomes less of a problem in the future. So just a quick look at the box. This is an expansion that's going to have Battlefield supplies and some new cards as well. So we're going to look at all of that. Let's open this thing up. Alright, so we've got just the cards and the instructions over on this side. We've got all of our bags over here. I'm going to dump it all out. Awesome. So first off, let's take a look at this insert here. We're going to see our comm station, we're going to see supply crates, and we're going to see moisture evaporators. Alright, and instructions on how to use them. And one of the ways we're going to use them is with some of these new cards that come out. Let's take a look at these new cards. So, first off is Advanced Positions. Advanced Positions is our new deployment, and this one has special rules. So, during the deploy unit step, each trooper gains Scout 1. And after you deploy, you may perform a Speed 1 move and loses stationary. You can. So basically, this will also help with your, your new turrets, especially the Rebel turrets are going to be able to actually move because they have stationary. Gives you some flexibility. This will be a very interesting one to deploy with because you can have that whole edge and then half of the other edge. Plus, you can move. Now, Minefield is wild. So, Minefield has these mines. They have an attack here. It's an area attack, a red and a black die with Blast and Impact 1, and Surge to crit for this attack as well. Starting with the blue player, players alternate placing condition tokens on the battlefield until 4 have been placed. Each token must be beyond range 1 of each deployment zone and beyond range 2 of any other condition token. After a non-repulsor unit performs a move, if it's range 1 and in line of sight of a condition token, roll a red defense die. On an armor result, the condition detonates. On a surge, it detonates twice before being removed. So when it detonates, it's also removed. But if it detonates twice, it's going to blow up extra bad. So this is awesome. This is like one of those things, and it has impact 1. So if you were just going to use maybe like an armored vehicle to try to, move it through first and detonate it, then you'll still hit it a little bit. But what you don't want to have happen is you don't want to move like a unit of troops in, and and then it doesn't detonate, and then you have to move another unit in, and then all of a sudden it detonates and hits everybody. This is one of those attacks that's going to hit everyone. All right, and then Sabotage the moisture evaporators setup. This is our objective. Starting with the blue player, players alternate placing objective tokens on the battlefield until 4 tokens have been placed. Each token must be placed beyond range 1 of each deployment zone and beyond range 2 of any other objective token. Place 2 wound tokens on each objective token. Each objective token cannot have more than 4 wounds on it. All troopers gain, as an action, they can sabotage or repair, and they can either remove or add a token. At the end of the game, the blue player gains a victory token for each wound with over 2, and the red player gains a victory token for each. The red player gains 2 victory tokens for each objective token with fewer than 2 wounds on it. -1 for each wound token on those objective tokens. So basically, you're trying to just score points up or down on these. Very interesting. One of the things I think would be great is if you play Armada, you can use a speed dial next to each one and set it to 2, and then you can just, because those cap out at 0 and cap out at 4. So an Armada speed dial is like perfect for keeping track of these. So that's something, to do. And then that's kind of what these are for. So we're going to open these up and take a look. So the first thing is you get some bases for all of these. And this is just because they are meant to be like, objective tokens and everything. So you can use these guys as like fancier than objective tokens. So they have their own base, which is a standard size of a base. But the cool thing is that these are not like gray or red. So these are, or not imperial gray. These are like a light gray. So they're like a neutral base. which is kind of cool. If you are actually looking for bases right now, just extra bases, you could totally get another one of these kits just for the extra bases, which I think that is kind of cool. Now, one thing I do like is that you have your credit case, your supply crates here, and I don't know why, like they did this. Like I guess you don't have to glue it, but you can like put stuff in there, which I guess that's a nice little thing. Or you could even glue them like where they're partially open. So that much is cool. So those they can be glued onto those if you want those to be objectives, right? I'm not going to glue it right this second, but that much is kind of cool. Now we have these. These are going to be fun. Whoa. All right, so these go in half. Like so. And it looks like these go in on top. And it looks like these go on the side of those. Right? Am I missing something here? Is it as simple as that? Yeah. Pretty much. It looks like that's one. Oh, and then there's another piece on the other side. Well, let's consult the rule book. Okay. Top, front, back, side. And then this part goes on the other side. Okay, so that one looks pretty simple. I just wanted to make sure before I put it all in, because we've got this on one side. So the side that has the grating on it, which is this side. So this side gets this part. Oh no! Yeah, this is going to be more easier to do if you glue it first, it looks like. And that really doesn't want to go in there. Well, alright, let me see if I can get it with a little more TLC. I'm going to actually glue this one. Screw it, let's do it. Screw it, let's glue it. I'm going to use some Loctite super glue. So yes, I'm very glad to finally have these. Alright, we got that part done. This is the bottom. This is the part that's actually going to go on the base. And this looks like the outside part goes like that. But how is this? Oh, it's going to go above. I thought it connected to that part. But it's going to go above and then lock in right there. Oh, silly me. Of course, that makes perfect sense. Alright, let's do that. Alright, just a little bit. I'm not putting too much glue on there. Now, some people might want to paint these first. I'm going to do a real quick paint method. I'm actually going to paint them on this video for you. Speaking of on this video for you, I do want to remind you guys, actually this has nothing to do with on this video, that there is still another round of the giveaway going on right now. Next week, we're going to start announcing winners of the X-Wing conversion kit giveaway. I will be giving away 3 X-Wing 2.0 conversion kits in the form of a Cool Stuff gift card. So make sure you subscribe and leave a comment, and you'll be entered to win that. All right, we got that in there. Goes in there, glued. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, so entering that is very, very simple. So make sure you enter to win. And just subscribe anyway. And actually, I really appreciate all the subscriptions too. It really helps me out. Because then when I try to get, if I'm trying to get some early exclusives or whatever, it helps me say, like, come on, FFG, I've got like 15,000 subscribers. Maybe we'll hit 20,000 before the end of the year. All right, so we've got all of that done. And now I'm going to go ahead and, I guess it's just going to go right onto the base, isn't it? Yeah. Are there tops, though? The funny thing is, this here looks like the top should have a little antenna on it. And my tops are just regular. My tops don't have antennas. Oh well. We'll glue this one on. And while we're doing this, how many of you guys are going to Gen Con? Are you guys excited for Gen Con? It's coming up. Just a couple more weeks. It's a very exciting time. Alright, we've got one put together. These are pretty nice looking. Alright, so we've got that. We've got our supply crates. I don't know if I want to put these guys on the bases though. Because for comparison, here are 2 other 3D printed crates that I've got. And so now I can like maybe even stack them like that, so it will look pretty cool. I don't know. I am still not sure. Oh, but then we've got these. We got the double. All right, let's open the double. Oh, and this one has like a hinge, or does it? Yeah. Oh, I see. It goes like that. Oh, that one's okay. That one could easily be glued. It looks like. We'll go on onto a crate just like that. It sticks over the edge a little bit. Maybe you glue it sideways. That'd be funny. Alright, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I got to make up my mind on them. We'll see how many we have. Because that's 4 right there. Oh, I see. And this is supposed to be another one. So they're all meant to be supply crates that you can use for objectives. That makes sense. For recover the supplies, exactly. So, alright, and there's this one. That one was just 2 halves. It went right into each other. Nice and simple. Alright, we'll glue those on later. That's the boring part. Well, we've got some other stuff. Let's take a look at one of these. What is this? This is one of those Comm Stations, isn't it? The Comm Station looks cool. The Comm Station has 3 parts. And it looks pretty straightforward. Like, this is the... Wait, maybe I've got it upside down. There we go. Okay, so it's going to go front to back here. And then it looks like on top, I'm going to stick this in like so. Just like that. Yeah. I think they're all going to work that way. So let's go ahead and glue. Yeah, we definitely want to glue this one. Definitely do. Yeah, I was so bummed out that we didn't have these yesterday. I went and bought that Infinity Gauntlet because I wanted to have something. I had my heart set on coming home and doing a review, and I didn't have anything to review. So we did the Infinity Gauntlet. So check out the Infinity Gauntlet review if you haven't already. It was kind of it's a fun prop, that's for sure. Maybe you don't like Marvel stuff, though. I don't know, I really liked Infinity War. I liked that it did things that maybe were a little unexpected. It was a fun movie. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Okay, so we've got 1 comm station. Now there's 3 comm stations in here. We've got a couple of moisture evaporators as well. So we're going to put all the rest of these together, and then I'm going to prepare to do some painting on them. Real quick painting too. Alright, so I've got everything put together now, and I am getting ready to color them. I'm actually going to be using a couple of Kryolan regular spray paints, since these aren't actual minis. I mean, they are minis, but they're just terrain. I'm going to keep them in the same color scheme that I've done a lot of my other terrain in, which is a little bit of blue and a little bit of gray. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I've got all these guys loaded up outside. I'm using this Kryolan Fusion all-in-one paint and primer, and this is a matte ink blue. Kryolan usually works pretty good, but sometimes you can get a little bit of clumping, so I don't like to use it on any real main minis, but we're going to go ahead and... And the reason I'm doing blue, see, I got a little clumping right there. Since it's only scenery, I'm not as worried. You're probably thinking, why blue for these? Well, there's a reason, because I want that to be like the base, and I'll do highlighting on top of that. So I want it to have like a blue steel look for a lot of this stuff. Alright, so we've got them all done in blue now, and let them dry for a minute or two, because this does dry real quick. Doesn't have to be perfectly dry though. I'm going over, I mean generally you want it to be. I'm going over with metallic aluminum, and this is going to give that metallic kind of over, but I'm going to do this one from a distance. So it's going to be almost like dry brushing a metal over the top. So you can see now if we go in close, it's still going to look mostly metallic. And the reason I went with metallic instead of sand colors for like these moisture evaporators is that like I'm going to use them on Hoth most likely, so I don't want them looking brown. And here is the final product. I'm just doing a close-up here, brought everything back inside. I think they came out pretty good. I can still, like, probably later on when I do regular painting, I'll go back and add little details, add lights, add, you know, there's all these control panels. on these stations. I can add all kinds of extra detail in there, but overall I like how it's mostly metallic with a little bit of blue showing through as well. I made sure I got the bases too, so they'll stand out a little bit more too, even on a snowy background. So that's kind of what I did. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think down in the comments below. Check out Crabbok.com. I want to give a big thanks to all of my patrons out there as well. Thank you guys so much. Check me out on Patreon. We'll be doing giveaways over the next couple of days, as well as each month we're going to be giving away promos and other things, as well as early access videos on there. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and have a great day.